Do we want to do some preamble?
I was gonna do the intro while we're.
Yeah, play the movie.
And welcome.
Is everybody recording?
I was just mocking you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Wow,
I've been
that's
recording for.
crazy, Grace. Fuck.
Hello, my name is Eleanor, and unfortunately, I have to interrupt your Who Watches Watching the Detectives Watches Watching the Detectives episode 25 commentary special. Due to the nature of the YouTube copyright system, we are unable to provide the audio or visual aspect of this watch-along. However, if you divert your attention to the YouTube description, you will find a link to the movie. Following this link is very important. There are multiple copies uploaded to YouTube, and all of them have slightly different runtimes. In order to make sure you have the exact same experience that we do and do not become desynced with the watch, I recommend you use the link in the description. I will provide a countdown from 5 to 1, followed by the word play. If you press play when I say play, you should be perfectly in sync. Feel free to pause the video now while you click the link and prepare the movie. Alrighty, I hope you listened because here comes the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play!
Do it.
Go to hell.
Do the intro.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Who Watches Watching the Detectives. Episode 25,
Holy moly, that's loud.
The Watch Along.
The watch along. I got the audio pumped right into my ears with these high-tech headphones. It's going to be a crisp and professional viewing experience this week.
I hope
Crisp and
so.
Professional.
So this is the infamous murder scene where Cillian Murphy kills a man.
Alec Baldwin style.
No.
You can't say that.
Please.
I can't say that?
It's
No, our
insensitive.
lawyers are going to get mad at you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had those.
Well, we had to after the incident.
Look, I apologized for that already.
We are, of course, releasing this as a supplementary to our famed 25th episode. We're a quarter of the way through the
This was
podcast. 100 watches of this movie. This is number 25.
If you're watching this but you haven't seen the podcast, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong?
No, if you're watching
sick
this
in
but
the
you haven't
head.
seen the podcast, I respect you, actually. You're my favorite.
I respect you. I love you.
I love
I
you
kiss
immensely.
you.
This is how I look at you if you're watching this and not the pod. Woo, yeah!
I have to state this again for the record. He moves like Elon Musk.
It's so
In this
crazy.
scene.
See, I don't know anything about Elon Musk, and I refuse to learn. So
No, you.
I don't know if
Well,
that's
I think
true.
you have to believe that because it's like a fact.
Also, what's with the black bars on either side of the TV?
It's a formatting thing.
He's got one of those fancy TVs
On the
but it's
outside
just
of
a
the
normal
TV or on the
channel.
inside?
On the outside.
Those are speakers.
Oh. That's crazy.
Also, that's not a TV. That's a computer monitor. That's a Dell monitor.
Who do you
Dell
think?
can make TV
They
screens.
make Did they make TVs?
I'm pretty sure they make TVs too.
I don't know.
Who do you think swept up all the popcorn? Was it Lucian or Jonathan? Because there's
I
no
think
way
they
it
made
was
Buddy
Neil.
do
It wasn't Neil. I
They
was
made
gonna
Buddy
say.
do it. Well, Buddy threw most of it.
Yeah, that's why they made him do it. I just
Oh, you
realized that
gotta-
person's sitting on the floor.
You got to turn on the subtitles. They can't hear us, so they can't hear
Of
anything
course.
over us.
God's
Yip
will.
yapping. God's
God's
will.
will.
Oh, it's
Oh,
still
they're
in
still in
French from
French.
last time.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody.
Oh, I forgot we watched it in French last time. I tried
Yeah.
to get Hatina Cat, my sibling, and I were gonna watch Nirvana the band, the show, the movie last night. I tried to get them to watch it with Spanish subtitles, and they would not do it. They were upset that I asked
messed up.
them.
Not
They were-
everybody can be as cool as us.
They were upset that I asked them to watch it with Spanish subtitles.
We'll try our best to stay on topic with observations regarding the movie, but of course, a lot of
Not
that
me.
will be for the pod. We're just gonna be saying stuff. It's 90 minutes of us saying stuff. So if you're not interested,
Go watch the pod,
Sorry.
which is 30
Get
minutes of
out
us saying stuff.
now.
Get out now. We have a normal episode 25. I mean, we don't right now. We haven't filmed it yet, but
And we don't. I don't know
will.
how normal it's gonna be.
It's gonna
As
be
normal as
crazy.
the rest of our episodes.
This is where I reveal that I've been lying this whole time, and Lucian is not making eye contact with a man.
No, he's making eye contact with a woman very intimately.
Comment down below if this is your first experience watching this movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Do I let my mom watch this episode? Because she's never seen the movie, and I wanted her first
Oh.
watch to be when she's a guest on the show.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you should not let her
No,
watch.
she can't watch
All
the
right.
supplemental.
If your name is
All
my
right,
mom,
bye-bye.
don't watch this.
Your name is my mom. Get out of here.
Oh,
Go on, get.
legally changing my name to my mom.
Don't worry. We don't have to worry about
You're
your
not
mom.
allowed to leave.
Your mom's not watching anyway.
No, my mom's not watching.
Super funny. She's pissed.
Eleanor, are
everybody
you gonna?
start cheering. Everybody start cheering.
Yes. Are you gonna edit this, or is it
Nope.
just gonna be 90 minutes of uncut footage?
Let it
Oh, wow.
fly.
Oh man,
Well, you think I'm gonna edit
I thought maybe
an hour and a half?
you've done it before.
No.
I saw the Heavy Rain video.
Go to hell.
Nobody else saw the video,
That's crazy.
but we did. I never finished editing my part of Heavy Rain. I'm so sorry.
Was I your
We're really
ass?
talking about this movie.
Well,
Don't
you know,
insult
Shout out
me.
to these benches.
benches,
Look at those benches.
Fuck benches. If I go to a restaurant and they have benches, I'm not sitting on the bench.
I need
Nothing but
spinal
bench seating.
support. I'm so old. I'm gonna
I'm
try and
so old.
swear less. I guess my mom isn't watching this one, so it doesn't matter. But my mom said I should swear less on the podcast, and I
We listen
respect
to
my
our
mother.
moms.
We're the holiest of pods.
Happy Father's Day to my mom.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to my me.
Happy Father's Day to Grace,
What
my
happened
father.
to your dress?
What happened to your dress?
Dre-
Yeah. Thank
Again,
you, Summer.
I'm
I really appreciate
Really
that.
sorry.
Happy Father's Day to the most uncle-shaped woman you'll ever meet. Me. While you hide in the bushes.
She inhales and she shakes.
Yep. I don't know. I really am curious as to whose decision that was. God, she is such a bad actor.
You watch your mouth.
We're never gonna get her on the podcast if you keep talking about her like
I don't want her on
I
the
love
pod.
her. I'm hashtag Team Denise through and
She's
through.
a highlight of this movie. I just don't believe anything she says.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. She was so supportive, you know,
Paul Newman of the salad dressing
and nothing else.
and nothing else.
Paul Newman was in a salad dressing.
Oh, here it is. Everybody.
I was faking it, you sucker. Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, this is
Bergman?
Bergman?
The imagery, it's so,
is so
powerful.
What a genius. I'm
So
so
clever.
happy you made me watch this. I have a disease, and it's called watching the detectives,
Is it
and
called
it's
agoraphobia?
incurable.
There's no known cure.
There's no known cure.
No, that,
Monday
I
nights
love,
at the club, man.
I love that string of words together. No known.
No known.
No known.
I know.
Yeah, I know
known.
you do, Mr. I know.
I
can't
know.
stop. I knowed at work yesterday for the first time. And one of my coworkers was like, "What?" And I had to excuse myself, and I had a nervous breakdown in the
again.
background.
People are gonna be so mad that we're not talking about the movie.
I have to like force myself to talk like a normal person
Yeah.
when I'm at work, and it's so
It's
hard.
bad.
Why
I
was
feel
she
like-
dumping the bag contents on the floor?
To find out her identity.
Is that a real movie? Can we watch that movie?
It is a real movie.
I would rather watch that movie than Ernest Goes to Camp.
No.
Well, you don't have to watch Ernest Goes to
You
Camp.
don't mean
Eleanor's
that.
gonna watch it
Eleanor
8
does.
times. On the 20-year anniversary of watching The Detectives, Eleanor's
so
gonna watch
excited.
Ernest Goes to Camp 8 times.
You guys are gonna find out later on why I've made that decision.
Are you gonna like sleep in between watches, or is that gonna be your
No.
whole day? Is like
Oh my
16
God.
hours of Ernest Goes to Camp?
My whole day.
But we have to interview you in between each watch. You're gonna
Yeah.
make us
Yeah.
on call for 16 hours?
Well, no.
Or
we'll
you're not.
have
You're just
to-
gonna call every hour and a half.
Yeah, we'll have to take shifts, I guess.
Yeah, I have a life, Eleanor.
Well,
I have a job.
I have.
A
I have
job.
Ernest Goes to Camp.
I was gonna
I
say
have a
I feel
family.
like
I have children.
I was gonna say I feel like
Not
sometimes
true.
this podcast is like my superhero secret identity because I don't tell anybody. Out like my coworkers, we have the conversation. What are you doing this weekend? You got any big plans?
You
No.
could say that.
Wouldn't
to
you
go
like
in-
to know?
I had to go. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? I had to go into my place of employment today to go pick something up, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing the rest of the day?" I was like, I'm watching a movie.
I sit in an empty room and I look at the walls and I imagine vividly.
I watch a movie with my friends. Just a movie.
Just a movie.
Oh, what movie are you watching?
You have to get to know
doesn't
me
matter.
on like a carnal level if you want to know about who watches in my real life.
On a carnal level?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a lot of people on a carnal level?
No.
That's why nobody knows.
That's why no one knows.
Notice, guys. There's trophies behind him. I think Neil's a jock.
They're actually it's baseball.
Is
Yeah,
that a-
it's a
is
baseball
that a-
trophy.
He plays
never read that movie?
softball. Softball, it's not baseball, it's
Oh my
softball.
God. What if he played t-ball?
Yeah, he probably did, Grace.
I'm gonna make an edit of this
When he
movie.
was a
where the-
small child.
I'm gonna
I
make
wanna
an edit of
see
this movie. where he
That
plays
picture
t-ball
of
instead.
baby Sidney Crosby in his basement, but it's baby Killian Murphy with a t-ball bat.
T-ball. Oh,
I'm not
was a-
absorbing any of this movie. This is going to be a really bad episode, you guys.
this is gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
the best episode
I'm
ever.
trying to keep us on topic by talking about the movie, and you guys immediately are like, "I was at work the other day."
I feel like it's like adjacent.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Jason.
I worked this morning. They had cake and hot dogs at work cuz my job is great.
I want a hot dog so bad. That would make this movie better if this movie had hot dogs.
I didn't get to have any hot dogs at work because we had to
Oh,
cook
no.
it ourselves and I was too scared to operate the grill.
Donald is the pimp.
Pimp.
I was gonna say,
Pimp.
don't we meet a Donald later on? But no, it's a Dennis.
What up, pimp?
What up, pimp?
25. I love 25 weeks in, and you're still trying to like connect the dots.
Of course, I have a job.
I don't.
I'm supposed to be a good host and provide interesting commentary.
I
What's
think
that on
I
his
am a
desk in the
great host.
background? Is that a printer? We'll never
think
know.
so.
We'll literally never
We'll
know.
never know.
We don't have the technology anymore.
I mean, we'll have the technology next week.
Excuse me for not wanting to talk about little baby Killian Murphy playing t-ball. I want to talk about the
Listen.
damn movie.
What
He's
is
in the
that's
movie.
related
That's
to the
relevant.
movie?
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
Well, maybe it's
In this
related to
scene,
Grace's
Lucy
sequel
Grace,
this
Lou
week.
explain
takes
how.
his-
Explain how.
In this movie, Lucy, oh my god, she just took the envelope from the cashier and they were talking
Grace,
now.
stop changing the subject.
No,
Explain
I'm
how
talking about
t-ball
the
is
movie,
related.
Eleanor, I'm talking
Explain
about
how
the movie.
t-ball is related.
Because t-ball and softball and baseball are
No.
all the same thing, and we were
Go to
talking about
hell.
the trophy.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Who do you think is his favorite cardboard cutout?
Bela Lugosi.
I mean, it's gotta be Well-Dressed Man.
I just don't think
Is
he
this-
cares about Well-Dressed Man on that level.
Yeah.
Is this where we finally introduce Well-Dressed Man?
I guess with a visual component, we finally can.
I do think he likes Bela Lugosi on account of it being perched halfway around a corner.
And he does have a Bela Lugosi costume in his office, so I think he's
And a
quite
poster.
a fan.
Oh, here it comes, guys.
We're gonna get Lucianception in a minute.
How is again? Lucian is Sherlock Holmes.
He's
Okay.
not, and if you say that again, I'm gonna get so mad a medical event happens to me.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
I don't know
You're
what to tell
crazy.
you. The powers
crazy,
of
man.
deduction.
What about his powers of seduction?
Well, Sherlock has those too.
I would say that would make
I-
it like I feel like
I don't
Sherlock
know.
doesn't have that famously.
Famously so.
I feel like he's not like I'm not familiar enough, I guess, with Sherlock lore, but I feel like he's not gaining any. So she started talking about
We're
Johnny.
inceptioning. We're inceptioning.
Oh my god.
Eleanor, edit a third tiny
No.
version in
No,
here.
no. I'm not doing any editing, guys.
Nothing.
go to hell.
Wow. Wow.
Nothing.
Wow. Give me a cheese with nothing.
Watch a detectives episode with nothing. Oh, there's Well-Dressed Man, guys. Well-Dressed Man in the
There
background.
he is, there he is.
Well, just man. I feel like I'm gonna need notice like in advance for the episode where we talk about Well Dressed Man because I'm gonna need to like have my notes, and so that I can like backtrack and we can go through the story of our discovery.
Dude, I fucking love Well-Dressed Man.
Look at him.
I'm really
He's watching over Killian. I'll watch over Neil. With
like
a
an-
proud glint in his eyes.
Like an angel.
Notice
Like,
Well-Dressed
eh.
Man and Bella Lugosi are on shot reverse shot. They're also having they're on either side of this relationship dynamic.
I think you just gave me my OTP.
was that
Wow.
not my one true pair like 2 episodes ago?
I think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking about this. I go into a fugue state when we record the pod. I don't know what I say. I don't know what you guys say.
Yeah, Eleanor was saying stuff that Grace and I talked about in episode 24, and I recall none of it because it's not me who records the podcast. It's
Actually,
a phantom
it is
takes-
you. Because you're recording the podcast right now.
That's actually the only tulpa I want to ever talk about. Is
Oh my God, you're
tulpa
so
that records
right.
the pod.
You guys love just making shit up.
I guess I am the podcast tulpa right now.
It's me. That's
Look
why.
at,
That's
look,
why.
again,
I
look
never...
at Lucian. Lucian is so pissed.
He's so mad. He's
He's like, you used me?
seething with jealousy.
Oh, here it is, y'all. Look at the skeleton in the background. Never mind, it's gone.
Gone.
So, again, Eleanor, I just want to, not to beat a dead horse.
Oh, now you're the one bringing it up.
Yeah. So why
Wow!
would he?
Wow! Boo!
No, so
Boo!
I'm just saying, if he was in a hotel room,
Shut
why
up
the-
about hotel theory.
Why would he have a skeleton
See, it doesn't
in
feel
his
good,
hotel
does it?
room?
It doesn't feel good, does it?
I'm not vouching for hotel.
It feels
theory.
really good for
Shut the
me.
fuck up about hotel theory.
On
Doesn't
the
feel good.
topic of the mouthwash, do we think, because we mentioned before, if he does this every time he uses mouthwash, the bottle would still be like full. But do we
It'd
think
be
this is
full,
a
yeah.
new bottle of
Oh,
mouthwash and
this
he's
is-
never
this is God.
mouthwashed before?
I've decided that it probably. That's God, by the way. The person pouring the drinks, that's God.
That's God?
I've decided that that's God.
We've
God
been
watching
trying to
over
see
Neil.
her in the back
you'll
of the
see him
shot.
in the
She's not
reflection.
there.
Hi.
Is
Here in
that
a
not a
second.
woman's arm?
It is. At the bar. At the bar behind Neil's head. See? See, there she is. That's God.
Oh my God, it's God.
She's looking over. She looks away. And that's it. That's the last you see of God.
That's all
Omnipresent.
we need. Because God is always with us.
God is always with
so
us, watching over,
cute.
pouring drinks.
Lucy Lou, you're so cute.
Lucy Lou, I love you.
Goddamn penis in town.
What?
Penis.
Penis.
P-E-A nuts.
Nuts. I'm sipping and slurping on my bottle of water.
Water.
I really
What a
hate
bottle
the
of
phrase
water.
slipping and slurping. It's really awful.
You don't want me to
It's
sip
not
and slurp?
slipping. It's sipping. Sipping and slurping.
Sipping
Both
and
are awful,
slurping.
and I'm not a fan of
Slurping
either.
and crunching. On some Skittles.
And Dr. Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper.
They
I
don't
don't
know
like
what you're
Skittles.
referencing. They don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god!
I don't
11
like
minutes
Skittles
ago,
or
Hematoma Theory
Dr.
uploaded.
Pepper.
You guys know when we're recording now. Grace revealed
Skittles-
the truth.
Skittles
Sorry.
taste bad, everybody. I'm sorry I,
I
had to say
opened-
it.
I opened my phone to write down my
I
quote
feel-
of the week.
I feel bad for you guys because you're not paying attention to the movie and you're not going to be prepared for the podcast.
I
I'm
just told
always
you I was
prepared for
writing
the
down my
podcast.
quote of the week.
Already?
Yes.
Why do you guys? You get your quote of the week out of the way in the first 15 minutes of the movie every week.
Every time. I
We
feel
gotta do a
like
statistical analysis on the location of every quote of the week.
I feel like my weekly enjoyment of this movie depends a lot on the movies that I've watched other than this during the week. So
Yeah.
let,
It's a
me,
slow week.
let me see what we watched. We watched
had a rough
Hoppers.
Oh,
We
I
watched
missed that. Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2.
Yep.
I missed
which-
Hoppers, so I've only got the 2 Ghostbusters movies between this and my last watch.
Not so fast, big boy.
Which usually, yeah, we usually watch 3 or 4 movies between
Yeah, at
watches.
least
I
one to
usually
three.
make it my prerogative to clear watching the detectives off my recent 4 before I watch it again.
You really don't have to do that.
I know it's my mission in life. I don't want 2 of them, and I have 2 of them this week. I wanted to watch a movie last night, but I was so tired.
So sleepy-eepy.
Every time
No,
there's a
no.
lot of abandoned family video stores around my house. Not abandoned, they're all Dollar Generals now. But every time I see them, I think of this movie. And it fills me with a dread.
It used to be that every time you see this movie, you think of them.
It's changed.
No.
No!
It changed because I changed like my drive to and from work. So I now pass by 2 former video stores a day.
You guys shut this theory down too, but I really do like that the media giant has DVDs and Neil has VHSs.
But Neil does have DVDs.
Yeah.
It's not a theory, it's just a fact.
I didn't say it was a theory.
You just called it a
just did.
theory.
I'm not paying attention to the words that come out of my mouth.
Oh my god. If I
And
did
yet
that,
you
you guys
It's not
would
my
just shoot me.
responsibility.
Us too.
Yep, because you see, I'm not my friend, but you guys are.
I am your friend.
I'm being paid to be here. This is a contractual
You are
obligation.
not.
You actually have
Grace-
to pay
Grace-
us.
Grace, last episode of the pod, you're like, excuse me for having a job to fund the pod. Like, I get any money from editing.
Eleanor
you
does
don't
all
get-
the
you don't
work
get paid
and
to
we
be
show
here.
up.
I get a bonus every time I put out a tweet.
Yeah.
How much is your bonus?
A lot.
I haven't been getting paid to tweet. Have they been paying you
You
every
gotta
time I
talk-
tweet?
You gotta talk to
Oh,
management
straight line.
about that.
Are we talking about the old Pepsi and Mountain Dew bottles in that mini fridge?
Hell yeah. I know this place smells so good.
Okay.
I don't think
I
they
miss-
historically did.
I miss
I
the
think they
video store
just-
so much.
I don't know if they have a smell.
They do.
I'm just
And they
imagining
smell
the
like-
smell of like dirty carpet.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say it smells like a musty carpet, and it's awesome.
Oh,
That's so
what a
unpleasant.
delightful smell.
Got that
Grace, I think you're blinded by
nostalgia.
nostalgia.
I am absolutely.
You're blinded by the light, wrapped up like a deuce another runner in the night.
It was really beautiful.
They do get boring pretty quickly, Violet. You're so wise.
You know what doesn't get boring pretty quick?
The pod.
The pod in this movie.
I'll say one of those
Action-packed
things
adventure.
is true.
No watch is the same twice.
This is also true.
That is, yeah, it is. No watch is the same twice because every watch I'm a week wiser, a week older, a week
week more
closer to the
sore.
grave.
Yep. Yep. Slow ride to my funeral.
This podcast really reminds us of the endless, unslowing march of time.
Truly.
I love this song so much.
And
It's really nice.
This whole scene, and then the song that plays when they have their kiss, both
It's really
quality
nice.
songs.
I really like the sneaking music when he's stalking Violet.
Yeah. I think I'm
God,
having
I think I'm
another
having a heart attack.
I
And
think
the
I'm
subtitle said
having another heart attack.
The
You think I can
implication-
afford a silent alarm? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
The implication being that Neil has had a heart attack before is really
Yeah.
funny. Not funny, that's awful, but
Wow. What are you gonna
so
do?
confused and I love it.
The suit looks
really-
exactly the same.
On
when
either
she
side,
turns it
yeah.
up.
And he's like a baby. Like she's dressing a baby.
It's so
he has
funny.
he has no coordination in his arms. He's just letting shit happen to him.
Cillian Murphy, if by some grace of God you're watching this podcast, please do another
He's
comedy
not.
movie.
Why would he be watching this podcast?
I
know.
hope he's not watching.
I don't.
No,
I
I really
actually
hope
don't
he's
want
not.
Killian to act
ever.
in another comedy because
Oh,
he's so
really?
good in
I want it-
dramas.
I want him to retire.
You watch your
He
mouth.
deserves to retire.
He does
but he
deserve to
has
retire.
to. He has to film 28 Years Later 3 first.
Yeah, they need to do 28 Years Later. They can skip A Quiet Place 3. I don't need it.
I don't
I think
give
collectively,
a darn.
collectively we
give
moved
a
on.
darn.
But I think we
want
could
a
do
good
with
night,
another
kids.
28 years movie.
I mean, we have to
Please.
finish the trilogy.
Sure.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Hello?
I want
Hello?
I want to see
Hello,
a post
hello.
post Oppenheimer Cillian Murphy. In
God, I want to watch
another
Oppenheimer again.
comedy.
We should kidnap Cillian Murphy and force him to
No.
refilm all of his scenes in this movie.
No, we should not.
We should have like 50-something-year-old Cillian Murphy film this movie.
Yep. With his
Gray
post
hair.
Oppenheimer turtle skin.
Beautiful, beautiful gray hair Cillian Murphy.
He's so modeled.
Yeah, look, Jonathan sucks at basketball.
He's so bad.
Wait, that was nice. He got everything.
Hold on, he's gonna get he gets one of okay, that's two. 2 for 3. 2
Bounced
for 4.
off.
I like that they don't show in just the implication that he sucks.
Nothing
1 for
but
1.
net.
Do you think that they
Nothing
had
but
like
net.
I do not believe that Cillian Murphy could shoot a basketball.
2 for 2. 3 for
That's
3.
why they
It's a-
never show.
It's a body double.
Yeah.
4 for 4. They call him Neil Swish Lewis.
Neil
5 for
Swish
5.
Lewis. When's the Nike sponsorship come in?
Oh, 5 for 6.
Oh. This is what therapy has done for me.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
He really is a star of the show.
Triple, quadruple platinum.
You think? No, he didn't make that one.
I like sometimes when we're like if you're a fan, if you've watched the pod enough, you know we're real friends. We're friends in real life.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I think it's really funny in average everyday conversation we'll go from
Hey.
watching the detectives hello to Five Nights at Freddy's phone guy
Yeah.
in like the same like echolalia loop.
Hello, hello,
He,
hello.
You know
I
what's
have to mention
crazy?
again how much Neil doesn't look like Neil in this scene.
No,
He
this is a
looks really
different
weird
man.
in this scene.
He
I
doesn't
wonder
even
if this
look
was
like
filmed-
Killian.
Like, was this filmed first or last? Maybe.
It's a body
Maybe?
double.
There's
I
just
was
something unnerving about him.
literally just thinking this is actually kind of what his hair looks like now. Like if you made it gray and you made his skin a little
Oh, you know
like,
what, Summer? This
dry.
makes sense. This is so the I like how the building that is clearly not Gumshoe has the parking for
Yeah.
Gumshoe only.
I mentioned that before.
Yeah. Well, we were
The subtitles.
trying to figure. Did it say Cubs win?
It was Cubs win.
Oh
What?
my God.
Oh my god, nobody's gonna believe us. Oh my god.
No way.
Oh my god, this is so
It happened.
embarrassing.
We've joked about this happening so
No.
many times. It
Since like
actually
the second
happened.
episode.
I'm gonna freak out.
It can't be. They
It's
went
the
in and
ball.
edited the subtitles.
They knew. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out.
But yeah, so you were confused as to how she was throwing the basketball at the wall and the movies were popping off. But
That's
it's
because I got
it's the
confused
wall-
about the layout of the store.
yeah, it's the wall opposite
Yeah,
to the,
I
to the
tried telling
to
you guys
the,
that last time.
the porno movie section zipper.
Yeah. I got confused. I thought the adult section was on that wall, but it's
The-
on the wall opposite the
Yeah.
cash register.
The building, we thought that potentially the building on the left was Gumshoe on account of the Gumshoe parking.
Parking sign. No, he's just an asshole.
No,
he
I never.
owns this alley.
He
He
owns
might
the
own that
alley.
building too. That was a theory of ours for a little
Yeah,
while.
I said he owns the
Neil-
whole street. He's a landlord. Neil
Neil
Landlord
multiple
Lewis.
business. Neil
And that's how
Landlord
he
Lewis.
affords his
The-
expensive house.
Do you
The
think
Ellen
he's a
Neal stands for
slumlord?
landlord.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you seen
Look
him?
at him.
You know he's not fixing your tap that's dripping.
No. He's painting over
He actually paints over the top.
light
Yeah.
fixtures.
He's painting over. There's a bug on the wall.
If you leave a microwave in your apartment, he's painting over the microwave. That's part of the wall now.
Lero.
Me, I have to be doing something.
The super deep V-neck is just like
It's
I don't like
it's
it at all.
rough.
It's awful. This is her worst outfit of the movie.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
it's not great.
I think the outfit she wears at the end of the movie is pretty bad too.
Yeah, the dress,
Her
Yeah.
dress?
the green. No, I like the green dress. Wait,
It's a good color.
It's an
but
okay
the cut
dress.
it's like
I'll have to see it again. I
It's
I
so
have to see it
bad.
again. Like I haven't seen it 30 times. I think her best outfit is either her like intro one, like the Girl Scout shirt, or the
I really like
Blackjack
that one.
Club.
this is a really unflattering color on Killian too.
It's
Just
I
the
don't
bluish
think he should be
gray.
allowed outside.
He can't go in the sun. That's why his skin looks like this now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got a post Oppenheimer turtle skin now.
All that time in the desert.
All that time in the desert, yeah. Turned him into a tortuga.
Tortuga.
I am perfectly aware that that's tortoise, not turtle, but
Now I'm thinking about the Breaking Bad tortoise.
I love.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Can we put the
Breaking
Breaking
Bad
Bad tortoise
tortoise.
in this movie?
Where would we put it?
Breaking Bad fan cast watching the detectives. Neil Lewis is obviously
the tortoise.
Walter White.
Oh.
Really? I
No,
was gonna say
um,
Neil is Jesse.
Emerson is the tortoise.
Oh.
Emerson is the tortoise. Who's the severed head on top of the tortoise?
Also, that's both
Isn't
Emerson.
his name the tortoise?
You can't say a baby has
no,
severed
no,
head.
Isn't Danny Trejo's character's name the tortoise, and that's why they put his head on a
remember.
tortoise?
I thought that they just
Yeah.
kind of did that.
They did it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I
I'll
think
look it
so.
up.
I don't know. I haven't. It's been like a year since I watched Breaking Bad,
I'm Breaking
and you may say
Bad.
that's not long at all, and I say I have
Not at all.
a problem.
Oh yeah, his
Listen,
name is Tortuga.
I
Yep.
fell down the
They-
stairs a lot growing up, okay?
They call me the
A
Rememberer.
lot.
You balance me out, Eleanor. You have to remember all the things. You're my nostalgia critic. You remember
so you don't
so
have to.
yeah.
Are you the angry video game nerd?
Yes.
I guess
Now,
so.
originally it was the other way around, but I guess it does make sense.
Actually, yeah. No, the irony.
Oh,
And I think
I have to
think,
point out to our audience. What is Lucian holding?
Oh my god.
A pipe. And what is the Sherlock poster in the background holding?
So Eleanor, can I
A
ask you something?
magnifying glass.
Yes, but between his teeth?
My coworker.
His tongue?
What?
That's crazy. My coworker smokes a pipe. Does that make my coworker Sherlock? If my
No,
coworker smokes a pipe,
because-
if I had him
Well,
stand
look,
in front of a picture
he
of
pointed at
Sherlock,
Jonathan. He didn't. Anyway, no, because your coworker didn't correctly identify the exact second a movie was on from looking and smelling it.
I
Did
love
he
that he
smell
smells
it?
it. By the way, yeah, he does
Yes.
absolutely sniff it.
His enhanced powers of observation. Because
Is that
he's
a
Sherlock
thing?
Holmes.
I'm sorry, I'm not like again, I'm not versed in
Varst?
Sherlock. I don't know, man. I just work here.
Varsity.
I'm not like a Sherlock pro. I'm not a Sherlock varsity captain. Does he smell things? Is this like a thing that he does?
He's
He
like
licks
he's got enhanced powers of perception, and that's one of his senses.
Benedict Cumberbatch is just sniffing shit
It's
off the
one
ground.
of everybody's
You think that's
senses,
the only
I think.
Sherlock?
Yeah, he's the only Sherlock.
No, there's also Robert Downey Jr.
So
There's,
true.
like-
Oh, he's sniffing
There's
everything.
a long storied tradition of actors playing Sherlock.
Yeah, like Robert Downey Jr.
Everybody start cheering. Start cheering now.
Yes. Yes.
I really like his hat. Like the way that sits on his
Rah.
head is like Hall of Fame
It's-
fedora.
They
it's
wearing.
really do
perched.
have. They're fitted the fuck up.
Yeah. The guy. Oh my
Fitted
god.
the F
Barlow looks like an X-Files agent.
Yeah. Do you
Like,
think
if
they
you-
had those
He does.
outfits?
Yes. If you showed me, Barlow looks like he was ripped literally straight out of the X-Files.
He looks like Hotchner from Criminal Minds.
Yes.
Oh my god, he does. God, I love
said that-
Hutch
I
so
think-
much.
I think we said that in the episode that you were sick, and like you came back and you're like, no.
Well,
No, I don't
I've
think that's
changed
true,
my way.
Grace.
That was like 22 episodes ago, so I'm a
Isn't that
different man
crazy?
now.
Are you guys ready for my annual milestone question of how does it feel?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Must
really
really
tick
tick
you
off.
off.
Tick you off. What costume do you think the yellow boa is for?
Pride. He actually does children's movie specials, and he's Big Bird.
He's Big Bird. He'd be a great Big Bird.
God, what are some other costumes he could wear?
I think he could wear a Boy Scout costume
For what?
for I don't know, camp
Like
camp
the
themed
girl.
movies.
Camp movie?
The
K of M.
girl. K of M.
We
All the
asked the
watchers.
goddamn
Goddamn
questions.
All the watchers out here, what that eagle mean? What that bird
What,
do?
what that bird do though?
Hey girl, what that bird do?
Damn girl.
His face
I
is
love
so
the lighting
funny.
in this shot. It's really like the lighting for the blinds is really nice.
I know we always talk about the cowboy scene, but I think this might be my favorite scene in the movie.
It's up there.
Ugh, but I love Glenn and Andy. This is my second favorite scene.
I was saying my
I say as
favorite
he's
scene
pulling
is
his
the...
penis out.
This is my favorite scene.
We love.
He's pulling his cock out.
The company.
The company.
I tried. We love
I
two
tried.
men
We love
interacting
two guys
with Neil,
talking to a guy.
teasing, making fun.
I think we're just big fans of violent criminals.
True.
And I think
I
our
like
viewers
this
should take that.
this dress
to-
from.
This is a cute outfit.
This
she
is a
looks good
cute
in
outfit,
purple.
yeah.
This is like the poster outfit.
Yeah.
I need to put together my tier list of outfits that I said I was going to do 24 episodes ago.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You have 75 more.
Again, Neil wearing the same fucking blue gray. It's not a flattering color.
Makes his hair look weird. His hair looks weird here.
Makes his skin look weird.
It's fluffier in other scenes. It's not. Oh, his sideburns are so cool. I want sideburns, you guys.
Sideburn envy. You get
I love-
sideburn envy in this movie the way that
Sideburn
I get mustache envy with my coworkers.
Do you think
I
he
love
curls
the-
his hair to look like that, or does it naturally do that?
It naturally does that.
The reflection in his glasses.
That's really awesome. I forget about that every time.
Yeah, you can see someone holding the
They
boom
like put
mic.
effort in to try to hide it, like minimize it, but it's there.
It's there.
Gentlemen's quarters.
Gentlemen's quarters.
Desgners. Hey, well-dressed man, what are you doing back there?
Then yes,
I will.
I will
watch.
watch.
There's a really I'm looking back at Cillian Murphy's IMDb, or I'm looking at the letterbox, but like his filmography, and I think it's crazy that this happened in between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yep.
More specifically, it happened. Sunshine was released right before this, and The Dark Knight was like the year after. So there's a chance he went right from this to The Dark Knight, and that's just really funny to think about.
Everybody is in love with Neil.
Everybody loves Neil. I mean, he's so talented. He plays sports. He plays instruments. He can sing and dance.
He know movie.
He can.
You know, movie.
Oh, he know movie.
I really like Buddy's outfit in this scene.
I was just gonna point out his little like faux hawk he's got going on.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
I love the brown.
Bring back the faux hawk.
My
the
brother
short-
had a faux hawk growing up.
That
Mom
was
would
my
gel his
siblings.
hair up in the middle.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that was my sibling's designated haircut as a child.
We should not. We should let it stay
Let it die.
in the 2000s where it belongs.
But I didn't get to have a faux hawk. I had to have a fuck ass bob. So they need to bring the faux hawk back for me
And then
Well, you can bring it
Faux
back.
with frosted tips.
dude. I'm telling you, I will frost
We're
your
going
tips.
cross
I will
decade.
frost your tips.
Stay away from my tips. Stay away. Like, I love this. The music.
I love the way he sneaks too.
And the little pause he does. With
Is this
the,
a class you
he
think they
can
teach?
hear. He can hear the goddamn soundtrack. And you guys still don't have a proper explanation for that.
No, I
This
really
movie
don't.
is actually the music is actually coming from him.
It's diegetic, but only for Neil.
Yeah, because
He
he
emits
knows
the music.
you guys want to
Ah.
shit over Tulpa Theory all the time, but you still can't explain where the music's coming from.
Eleanor,
God.
okay, we're gonna do something together right now. Okay, I want you to put your hands like hold them together like you're in a choir at
Okay,
your chest, and
uh-huh.
relax your shoulders.
Done.
And I want you to take a deep breath in. You go, and I want you to
Oh.
take a deep breath out. Okay, I guess
Oh.
you could do it quick. I was gonna say do it slow. And then I just want you to do that until you calm down.
Please stop. Please make her stop.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I don't really do breathing exercises.
This is just
It
bad
didn't work.
podcasting.
Oh no, can you sneeze directly into the microphone?
I can't sneeze on command. What is wrong with you?
Somebody start chewing hard pretzels right now.
Oh, hard pretzels. I can make that happen.
Don't fucking tempt Grace. She'll do it.
I love a hard pretzel.
I've never eaten a pretzel before.
I don't believe that. See, that's crazy.
Not a single pretzel.
I love.
No.
I
Not a
love
You've
hard
never
pretzel
seen
or a
Wetzel's?
soft pretzel. No, I don't think we have Wetzel's pretzels here.
Fuck Wetzel's pretzels.
Wow.
I love her house. It's like so pretty.
It's a fire hazard.
I love it. I would live in a fire hazard.
You're just
if I-
rehashing everything I said 20 episodes ago.
Yeah. You're my muse.
Well, see, Grace
Summer.
is forgotten, but there's a little part of her brain that hasn't forgotten, and is like, these are all my observations.
Yeah, we don't
I've-
have Wetzel's Pretzels. We have Pretzel Maker, which is what we sold at the movie theater when I worked there. I
We've
made pretzels at the
definitely
movie
talked
theater all the
about-
time.
But about both pretzels and Wetzel's Pretzels on the pod before.
I don't think that's
makers-
true.
No,
But I
you
don't
wouldn't
remember.
know.
I talk about
I would
pretzels a
know.
lot.
On account of I have to fucking edit this podcast, so every episode I see 3 times.
Listen. I watch the pod. I'm here in the
We-
mines every day, every goddamn day.
I love the
We
little,
love you
the finger
for it,
smudges.
Eleanor. All the work you do, we appreciate you.
It's so
Pornographic
dirty.
channels.
It's so many smudge.
many smudge. So little time.
So many smudge, so little time. Oh, you get to see a magical teleportation act. Are you guys ready?
I hate that her bed is in the middle of the room.
It doesn't
Put that
bother
thing
me that
against
it's in
the
the
wall,
middle of the
anchor
room.
Wait. They're facing opposite directions.
I think
And
she
boom.
I think she does a somersault and lands directly
Instantly.
on him.
Backflip. What were you just saying, Summer, about before the transformation?
I
something.
don't remember.
Oh God.
I
Smudges?
don't know. Smudges.
What was after the smudges? In between this and the smudges.
Oh my god, I can't remember.
Because I had something
It's
I had
all
something poignant.
gone.
Man, that's a shame, guys.
Poignant.
Eleanor, you remember.
Maybe.
My eyes are so itchy. Oh my god. I think I'm allergic to the new flowers we got in at work because I was sneezing and my eyes are so itchy and I
I
had
really
hives on my
thought you were
arm.
just gonna say I'm allergic to the movie.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. I love the hydrangeas
No.
in the background.
I was in the floral department at work putting stuff away and I started sneezing. They're not real flowers, they're fake flowers.
Real
But
fake
I'm a little-
flowers.
Real fake flowers. I had a customer ask me the other day, how long do these last? And I
Forever.
said forever. Because
we
they're not
also-
real.
Yeah, we also sell flowers at my work, but like also fake flowers. And
Uh-huh.
people think it's really funny to ask how long they'll stay alive.
No,
and I
this
have to
person
go-
genuinely thought they were real flowers.
That's really funny.
They're not
Well,
in
yeah,
water.
because they're not self-assembly flowers.
I mean, they're not
every
like
pod I get closer
cheap,
and closer to
shitty
doxing
dollar
myself.
store ones. I gotta
You
say
can't
that the
help
product
yourself.
is good.
Otis is Opuses.
Opuses.
Oh, they got a poetry night?
I was gonna read the blue poster and then I remembered I can't read that
It's a
out loud at all. I can't
I was
read that.
also gonna do that.
I was like, what else can I read out loud?
Screaming
Oh.
Skull.
I like the
Peter
screaming
Pan, Speed
skull.
Rock, Electric Eel, Shock, Disc, the Punkles.
The
Peter
punk-
Pan sucks, you guys. It's a really bad movie.
That's crazy. Have you ever
I don't
seen
even-
the 2003 live action one?
Wait, is that the one with
No.
Robin Williams?
No, that's
No, that's Hook.
Hook.
From the
That's
90s.
Hook. Then
Best
no,
shot
I
in the
have
entire
not.
movie.
This is awesome.
This is that's my favorite shot. The saturation, oh my god.
It's really nice.
the
Scrumptious.
slow-mo. The
Here we are in the park.
Here we are in the park.
Child Logs.
Child
I
logs.
I do identify with Marsha in a lot of
I
ways.
love Marsha.
Justin Bieber. You got
You
a
want
funny laugh. I
friends?
like your laugh.
Of ha ha ha. Shout out to I think maybe one of my favorite videos of all time.
That's crazy.
I don't think Justin Bieber is anywhere near my favorite videos of all time.
No.
No. Just I like that laugh. Ha ha ha. Maybe not favorite, but I just completely stopped functioning. That was really weird.
I wanna hold the baby.
Did you know? Pop-up video
Whoa, you
style
guys.
fucking did you know?
Did you know?
That's Cillian Murphy's baby.
The baby in Watching the Detectives is Cillian Murphy's baby.
Baby?
Fun fact.
Did you know?
Fun
And then we're in
fact.
the comments going, no!
The reason
No, it's not true. It's
The
not
reason
true.
Cillian Murphy is so concerned for the baby is because it's his baby.
That's his baby.
I want to do
That's
that
his
with like other
baby.
people in like other movies. The reason why Mark Hamill is so shocked in Star Wars is because that's actually his father. And he did not know.
The reason the Mandalorian cares so much about Grogu is because that's actually his baby.
It's actually his baby.
Did you know?
Did you
The
know
reason-
Pedro Pascal?
The reason Baby Driver drives that car is because he's actually baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Are you pointing at me? You
There they come. There they
guys
come.
finally get to see the greatest actor of all time.
Yes.
Do you think she's a mime?
Maybe.
Who?
I wouldn't put it past
Frisbee
her.
wife?
Frisbee wife.
That would be awesome.
Living her best Frisbee life.
I mean,
So
anyone
true.
could be a mime if they're not in their makeup. We would never know who's a mime.
You would never know. Look.
Hi
Look at how much she
there.
communicates with just a couple glances.
The eyebrow raised into the scrunch. Okay, she's doing the same facial expression over and over and over and over again.
Hey, listen.
But she's really good at it.
She only has
She's
two
only-
scenes.
She's only got to cover 3 seconds of screen time. Slow it down.
Yeah, but she's got so much to communicate. Be my guest.
This is so
You want to piss on my
strange.
foot? Be my guest.
A nice little a subtle reference to show Neil's and Lucian's mutual fondness is that Lucian is wearing a Bela Lugosi shirt.
Oh,
And we've already established that Neil loves Bela Lugosi.
So true.
a subtle reference to Jonathan's piss fetish is when he says Lucian can piss on his foot.
Both feet.
Both
There-
feet.
Quite frankly, is no other explanation for that interaction. By the way, I've hit the books. I've tried to figure it out. There's literally nothing.
I've
nothing
I've
else that
crunched the
makes
numbers.
sense. I've crunched the numbers.
Like, I just think even for Lucian, like, as a prank to humiliate someone, pissing on their foot is just so weird if you...
So weird. To,
Like, you'd
just
have to
simply
have a piss
ask
fetish
for
to
it.
care about it.
Or like a piss phobia, and you know it would like. Could you imagine being afraid of peeing?
No. I
just
physically
screams every
cannot
time you pee.
comprehend.
As soon as I said no, but you can also have like a piss phobia. I was like, is that a thing? Are there people that are afraid of pee?
Well, that's,
mean,
you
surely.
know, that's what Lucy Liu has. She has pissophobia.
Of
Oh my
course.
god.
I love the fake cheetahs
I see.
so much.
She's allergic to pee.
We're about to see one of the best characters in the movie. Watch out for him.
Eyes peeled, everybody in the audience. Pissed. Careful, you're gonna scare somebody.
Careful, you're gonna summon Lucian. Who wants to sneak into a high school gym?
Right?
That's just awful.
I'm gonna say two kids that
Basketball
I
by
went to high school
candlelight
with.
is like a recipe for disaster.
You would need so many candles to light up a whole basketball
And then
court.
one stray basketball, you're gonna knock over 100 candles and burn down the gym.
There it is! There it is! Fat fucking chud!
Big,
Fat
fat
fucking
orange
chud orange
cat.
cat! Big fat cat Garfield.
Big fat cat Garfield.
You could take this scene out and nothing would change.
Yeah.
You could take the scene out and actually the movie will be better.
If
Yeah.
you've
Not
been
just
waiting, by the
because
way,
there's less movie.
if you're watching this and you're like, man, I need to get up and like go do something. You have like about 4 minutes.
Yeah, if you want to stretch your legs, if you want to like smoke a cigarette or like 2 cigarettes.
If you wanna
3 cigarettes.
braise a prime rib,
Or 4 cigarettes.
If you want to boil some corn, you can like go do that during this scene.
it's okay. We'll
If
we'll,
you've got
we'll
a
hold this.
chicken
We'll hold
to
it down. Don't
defeather-
worry.
A trout to descale.
If you got a chicken to pluck.
That's
That's what I said.
That's
a
what
chicken to
you
defeather.
just said.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Borophobia?
If you've
Because
got
you're not
like,
listening.
if you want to go make some
Shaking
slime,
my head.
you can go do that.
Yeah, if you've got like a Lego set to put together that you've been like putting off,
I don't
You can
want to
do it
hear about
now.
it.
It's a very exotic and misunderstood disorder. I'm afraid of
why
boredom. The
doctors
misunderstood part is that it's the title, the name of the disease is wrong.
Yeah, it's
It's
actually
not a disease at all.
It's an allergy. It's
Yeah,
deadly.
I've got sugar phobia.
Boraphylaxis.
I've got sugar phobia. My body can't properly process sugar.
I've got gluten phobia, you guys.
No, but I could call him.
I still haven't seen the cut nude hang gliding scene.
It's not a scene. It's just the GIF. You
It's his-
retweeted it like the first day we had a Twitter.
You're so right, because I thought it was a scene, but it's just
No,
the
We
GIF.
because
love
I
wine.
falsely said that it was a scene.
Ah, so you
Lucian is
misled
in
me.
it.
The one thing
Yeah.
that I remember, and it's not true.
No, it's like a GIF. Lucian's in it, and
We love spreading misinformation.
oh, I love lines. My favorite part of being a podcast host. I would be really
Hey,
good.
so I know I just called you really weird, but you want to go fuck? Is it because you're mad at me?
The way that this looks on this my second monitor, their shirts are the same color and they look conjoined.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's really awful. Yeah, I just don't like how this looks. There are other night scenes in this movie that look good, but this one looks like shit.
Okay, so this is Monday. It's been 6 days.
Me.
Say so. Everyone keep
No.
an ear out for the lyrics.
Peel those ears.
Oh, yeah,
Peel
we should be
them,
quiet.
peel them. Horsehead.
I'm back on Minotaur's horses.
The
Is
miniature
talking to
horse
the outlaw.
is talking to the alcohol because he's pouring
Outlaw.
him a beer.
Is talking to the outlaw.
Why? It's a beer scene. He's drinking a beer. They're talking to the alcohol.
Outlaw! Outlaw!
You're gonna be
Yeah, but
outlawed.
can I be outlawed too,
I
please?
hope I'm outlawed, then I don't have to come back.
Go
What
Lord.
could he possibly
Do
do
it.
that he would learn from?
Shout out to the guy, the piano player, by the way. Looks like he looks like,
I used to
Okay,
be
they're gonna sing it again.
sorry, I wanted to let the
a
lyric play.
minotaur's horse head
No, it's definitely not alcohol.
talking to the alcohol. like-
Outlaw.
Shout out
Why would they
to-
split a word with 2 syllables into 3 syllables
Well,
when there's
maybe
a
roll it
perfectly
back.
good 3-syllable word that could function identically?
I was just
Roll
gonna say
it
shout
back
out to
then.
the keyboard player for looking like every single Micro Center employee I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know
He
his
should
name
be
is
doing
Nathan.
tech support right now.
I know his ass is named Nathan.
Shout out to
I
Weber's
like this
Man.
song.
Do I tell the anecdote about
I
how
like
I'm
this
being
song a
followed by
lot.
this fucking band now?
Yes, you have to.
I went to go see the Aquabats. If you don't know, I'm not gonna
Liberace.
explain it. And I had to go step away during the first opener was so bad. So I had to walk away and go get a drink. And I'm not joking. And as I was at the bar, they have like a big TV at the bar. And it has like all the coming bands that are going to play at the venue. And I watched it cycle through and I saw a band on there and I said, "Oh, no way." And then I sat there for about 15 minutes while it cycled through again. And if you recall, maybe like 10 episodes ago, I said that I went to a baseball game and I saw an advertisement for Band of Horses.
Yes.
Now Eagles of Death Metal are coming to my city who sing this song. I didn't realize they were still a band. Because I think they're like a super group of sorts.
They came back just to do one final tour.
Just to haunt me. Because I know the drummer The drummer for Eagles of Death Metal is the lead singer of Queens of the Stone Age.
The words you say
That's
don't
crazy.
mean anything to me at all.
Have we talked about the backstage
And-
pass? I think we have.
We did,
The
yeah.
backstage pass is so funny. It has to be for something else. There's no way
No, he made
that.
that. Well, I mean, of course
Christmas
he made
was great, baby.
it. Why did you give me a beer?
Me when I hate my wife.
I'm so freaking tired right now.
Wake up.
My
Wake up.
eyes, they're drifting closed. I could just fall asleep right here in this chair. Clean the wax
Don't, because
out of
you'll
your
have-
yours.
You'll have horrible, horrible dreams of sharing a bed with Killian Murphy.
Oh God. I throw up and asphyxiate my sleep.
I know some people who would not be upset about
Yeah,
that.
I know you do.
Shout out to Killian Twitter. As established, I sit on Killian Twitter Mount
King of
Crumpet.
Killian Twitter.
No, I'm like adjacent.
Nope.
I lurk.
What, you abdicated
But I
your
am
throne?
also. No, I'm I'm like the Shadow King.
Like you're the shadow commissioner of the NHL.
Yes. But that's serious.
Love this
That's, like,
look of
for
hers.
real.
Her mohawk that's a foot tall.
I want more of it.
Jonas. I love you, Rick
Wait, look at this.
Niamakis.
So with all of the subtitles like being so funky, can we go back to God's Will?
No,
I'm back on God's Will.
I know you are. You
I
were
know.
off it. You were so depressed you abandoned God's way. You were so
And now
depressed you
I'm-
abandoned God's will.
And now I'm on Prozac
Like
and I know what's right.
Like a disillusioned priest.
I got on Prozac and I see the
What is
truth.
he
Girls-
doing, by the way?
He's playing a
He's playing a
theremin.
theremin.
Yeah. That's not all he's playing.
He's also playing a
I don't know how
What's
I've
that?
never noticed the xylophone and the piano.
Is that a fucking marimba?
It's a
No,
xylophone.
it's like maybe like it's a marimba. Yeah, like a marimba xylophone. I like. Doesn't she call him a, cello
marimba
prodigy
is
or
wooden,
something?
and it's much larger. It sounds like
I love how
you're
confused he
playing
looks. It's my favorite.
skeleton bones.
Skeleton bones. I want a marimba made out of bones.
A bone marimba.
I want to
Bone
be a
marimba.
skeleton playing my own ribcage as an instrument.
Okay.
That's what I want to be.
It's like you told me that you want to be the first astronaut to step foot on the sun.
Okay, and
We can. You know
we can
what?
go at
we
night
can
when
combine.
it's cold.
We should combine all of our ribs to make a marimba.
I don't know if that's gonna be enough ribs, but
I think that's too many ribs.
I don't know. I don't know how many things a marimba
I don't really know.
has.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
How
like
many
72 or 118.
I'm.
Well,
Oh,
it depends.
let's
Are we
see.
including
Let's
the false ribs as well?
I would imagine.
Well, no.
I don't know, Neil. Where's your accent from?
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah,
What are
Asking the real
you,
question.
Canadian?
49 to 61. You would we could if 49 to 61 keys on a marimba.
Okay.
We could do. A human has 24.
We could do
ribs? 21
a marimba.
Marimba.
ribs? We can have one together, you guys.
Death. When all the members of this podcast are dead, turn us into a marimba.
We don't have to be dead.
What?
I think we do.
No, I'd like to be. I don't want to be a
Goodbye,
marimba
Gay
while I'm alive.
Steve.
Bye, Gay
Bye,
Steve
Gay
from
Steve. Happy Pride
Wyoming.
Month.
Happy Pride Month, Gay Steve.
Cry. See that sticker?
Cry
it's,
dance.
It's prophecy for when he cries.
He's losing his goddamn mind.
I'm going to the movie theater tomorrow. I'm going to see Disclosure Day.
Oh,
Oh,
I really wanna see that.
I haven't. Yeah, I'm nervous about it. This is gonna be me during Disclosure Day. I'm that guy.
You're gonna take your shoes
have your
and socks
feet
off?
out?
Yep.
Do you think he wore sandals or do you think he removed shoes and socks?
No, he took his socks off. He takes his tube socks off and folds them neatly in the breast pocket of his shirt. They're hanging out.
He's got those little slip-ons like when you wear bowling shoes.
I do love a slip-on sock, but every time I wear them, they fall down my feet.
I know.
and it
Ugh, I
sucks.
love an ankle sock, but they just...
Shh. So I'm trying to watch the movie.
Eleanor should play that soundbite every time we talk.
Eleanor hates us.
I don't.
You're Polish?
I just don't know what to tell you, man.
Hello, hello. Hello?
Oh.
God, he sucks. He just sucks, man.
He leaves the
I hate
door
him.
wide open. You're letting the bugs and rats in.
I really like his pants.
The bugs and
This is
rats
probably
and
the best
air.
outfit he's worn. The color suits him better. This
No,
is one of her better outfits
you-
too.
Yeah. I love the dog tape for the
It's
fridge.
so
I always say it every
good.
time. It's so funny.
Like,
I'm gonna tape a picture of a dog to my
the
fridge.
shot only works because Neil left the door wide fucking open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is the time, you guys.
Maybe the
could you
flamethrower
imagine?
cut.
Could you imagine?
I would freak out. I would freak out.
What if I?
You'd never see me again. I just send so crazy.
What if I make a fake movie upload YouTube channel, edit a version of this with a flamethrower cut, and
How?
upload it? With the power of editing, of course. You can do anything.
I see AI.
No! I would never use AI.
I was watching watching the behind the scenes featurettes for Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. The shit you can do in editing is kind of
Yeah.
crazy. I fully believe you could make lighter cut.
I don't know. You'd have to like manipulate his limbs.
You'd have to do a lot, but
You'd have to
Like,
make a digital
shit they
double
do-
of Cillian Murphy.
yeah.
I film myself wearing a green morph suit, and then I like
That's like in Nirvana the band, like low-key, that's what they do. The scene where like when Jay gets famous and he's like on the Ellen show and he gets slapped at the Oscars, like that's all green
They've just
screen. It felt
deep-faked
illegal.
his
It
face
felt illegal to
onto-
watch it.
onto these people. I could deep fake Killian Murphy's
No.
face onto my green morph body.
He's so tall.
He's gigantic.
I just realized, this is not gonna make sense to the viewers, but he's kind of dressed. That's how I pictured the Riverman.
The Riverman?
The riverman who lives in
Yeah.
the lake.
He lives
Oh
in
my God.
Timberlake.
I'm so excited
a-
for the game
I
tonight.
hate those shows.
I know. I don't love those shows.
I hate those shows.
I hate those shows. I don't like hidden camera shows, man, because the secondhand embarrassment like makes it hurts. It hurts me.
It's rough.
You gotta get stronger.
I don't want to get stronger. I want to shrivel up like a shrimp.
I want to be weak and puny.
No, you gotta.
Weak. I'm just so weak and
Duh, I love that line.
frail. Duh.
Duh.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Duh.
Thank you.
Who spies on
Who
him?
spies on him? Yeah, those like shooting range targets are so funny.
Yeah,
Is it not?
it is. Those are shooting range targets.
So they have to be, which I think is so funny. FBI theory.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like they're not
FBI
very
truthers might rise
good.
up.
Maybe they're her first ones. She kept them as a memento.
The others could be much better. We can't really see.
Yeah, maybe it shows a progression and it's just hidden behind the lamp.
Yeah.
It's like the top one is like when she was 5
Yeah.
years old. The second one is like 12.
I'm sitting right in
and
front
the
of my
bottom
window.
one is her first day at the academy.
And I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast, but I painted my room in like November and I got rid of my curtains because it didn't match the new wall color and I still haven't bought new curtains.
Yeah.
So I don't have curtains. And I can just look out my window and it is such a gorgeous day outside and it was so warm and sunny out.
The music coming in as like this is a big emotional scene is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think it's kind of boring.
Boring. I love this is one of my favorite shots.
When
This when he
she's
looks back over at the
sneaks
window
away.
and she jumps out of the window. He's like, "Ooh."
oh,
Oh my god.
oh man. This is how I look watching this movie for the 25th time. It's much, much better than Korean snuff cartoons.
Japanese deathmatch anime.
Anime. I'm so happy I could just shit.
At this, I really don't have anything to add.
No, we've said everything we can.
I don't even have anything off topic to say anymore. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
It's
I
okay,
want
we're
another
almost
ginger
done.
ale. I want to crack another ginger
This
Oh
ale.
my
has
God,
to be
I
the
wanna
same. The same restaurant
Hi,
where they
Neil.
broke up.
I gotta stretch so
Yeah, you can see the
bad.
reflection in the window. Taking a walk.
I have to say,
Her hair is so early.
Neil does
2000s.
kind of
It's
look
really
like
great.
how he looks in the basketball scene in this scene.
Yeah, this is body double, like skin suit.
Yeah.
Neil kind of looks
love how
like
much-
if Sid the Sloth was a human man.
Have we?
Chad looks like
I was
like a
just thinking-
human rat.
Have a rat wish to become a real boy. I described Brad Marchand that way to my mom earlier.
That's cool.
I was just thinking, have we watched Oppenheimer since starting this? Have we seen a Cillian Murphy movie as a group since starting?
I don't
We
think so.
no.
Let me see when our
We'd have
last
to check. We'd
Killian
have to check
incident
the
was.
master doc.
Yeah, because I know I watched the Peaky Blinders
Yeah,
movie.
in case viewers
You have,
don't know
not as a group.
how autistic we are, we do have a spreadsheet of all the movies we watch with everyone's rating and then different statistics based on like rating whose movies were chosen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It has been 220
normalized.
days since our last Killian incident.
Oh, guys,
Dang,
guys,
so
here it
what-
is. Here it is. Oh man, I'm so excited to watch that movie 8 times.
I'm so sorry.
She's ruined it for me, Lucian.
Lucian.
The way he
Lucian.
says Lucian, he's like Lucian.
I think it might be Lucian. I don't remember. Lucian.
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 Lucian? So.
Hey,
Whoa.
let's watch a movie.
No more,
more
movies.
movies.
No more movies.
We say it every single day, and that's not an exaggeration.
No,
Look,
I think that is
Jason.
probably.
Lighten up, Jason. His
He's
thing.
gonna hand you his thing,
He's gonna what?
Thing.
and you're
So
gonna
many-
sign the thing.
So many
The
men want to
last Killian
hand
incident.
Killian their things.
I love his Jason's socks.
The last incident was Oppenheimer, and that was 11/11/25.
Yeah, nope, that was right before
That was
a month
This is-
before we began our journey.
Would we?
This is Paul Soter, the director, by the way. He plays.
Yeah, for those
Yeah,
who don't
this
know,
is the director of the movie. Shout out
Shout out
Paul.
Paul. We love
shout out
Paul.
Paul. We have beef with Paul, but we love Paul.
We have beef with Paul on account of the things
Paul.
that he makes Lucy Liu wear in this movie.
And we'll say and where, yeah.
Say and where and do. I have beef with him because of Super Troopers. I fucking hated that movie.
It's a
Oh,
really,
you
really
don't
bad
mean that.
movie. We're like 2 subscribers
I do
away from
mean
having
that.
to watch 1 and 2, but I think if it happens in like a couple weeks, then we can watch all 3 of them.
You're going to have to chain me
Have you-
down.
Like 2 months, summer. I think it comes out in August.
Right.
You're literally going to have to, like, Clockwork Orange style, pin me to a chair and tape my eyelids open.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I don't want that. No, mm-mm.
could be done.
What a photo op.
Can I put Cowboy Killian Murphy in my cowboy campaign?
Yes,
Oh, please
please. That's low key. He might already be there somewhere.
Here's
Oh
what
my
I want
god,
to know.
you're so right.
And I have the answer. I know what the answer is. But how does he not recognize your voice? And
Because
yeah, I was gonna say
stupid.
everybody say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
He's stupid.
Dumb. Stupid. Stupid, dumb, stupid. Why did you hang up on me?
You're never gonna learn, Neil.
You're never gonna learn. You're like the
You're like
baby
this-
that never gets
the
tired of
baby.
peekaboo.
Tired of peekaboo.
Surely you would get tired of peekaboo, if not for the baby.
If not for
Well,
the
what about
baby.
Shout out the
Coffee.
well-dressed man in the corner.
I will just man in the corner.
Motorspin.
Well just man
And
in the corner.
The
Well, there's
gorilla
men
in
in
the
the
corner.
That's me in the
Spotlight,
corner.
Losing his
Light
religion.
Burning a hole in his forehead.
It's just not very catchy.
No. There's a reason why they didn't write it about Weltress,
That's-
man. That's him in the corner.
That's him.
That's him in the spot.
I...
Looking very
he
dapper.
is well dressed, man.
Looking very dapper.
3
I
long knots.
thought
and
I
3.
saw you burning. Oh,
All right, it's time for the best scene. It's time for the best scene, and not just because it means the movie's almost over. Yes!
There he is.
We're the only people on the planet that get excited to see Brett Gelman.
Maybe
Take
Brett
it easy,
Gelman's
brother.
like,
No one
wife
else.
gets excited to see Brett
No,
Gelman.
not even.
Not
Not,
even?
not as
I don't
excited
even think
as
she
we
does.
do.
No, we get more excited than Brett Gelman's wife. Just give him the cash. Seeing him in a poncho, I think wearing a
Alright,
poncho would be
Glenn.
so like comfortable.
I was
This is
gonna
as
say
good as
something
his
and then I
accent
got-
gets the
Really?
entire movie.
I got so excited about Glenn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Have you noticed, like, not that Cillian Murphy is British, but like people from the England,
From the
Ireland,
Isles.
the Isles, tend to have a really easy time doing like Southern accents.
Yeah, well, because they're
Well, that's
closer
because a
than they
southern
are.
accent came from.
Yeah,
English
it's closer than it is.
Did it really?
Yeah.
than the New England accent.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
There's been many videos
I was-
by accent coaches about it.
I was thinking about.
Have you ever seen Shakespeare
about-
performed with a southern accent?
I'm so
No, have you-
over Shakespeare with a southern accent.
No, but have you seen? They did someone did the Odyssey as like a Southern.
Ooh.
I like that. I'm into that, and I'm not even into the Odyssey like that.
I rock with the Odyssey. I own 2
Mine.
copies
I was gonna
of the
say I was
Odyssey.
thinking.
What's
I was thinking about
That's my favorite line in
Rick
the entire
Grimes.
movie.
What's he
wearing?
What does it look like? A dress?
You never seen a cowboy before? These are our favorite characters, I think. We can say whatever we want about Lucian.
Well, my favorite character in
It's
the
Glenn
entire
and
movie is in this scene, but not till
yeah,
later.
well, yes.
You lost all your aura,
He's so
Killian.
Underground Blackjack Club.
These are really bad shots. He didn't even try to move.
It was a warning shot. He didn't want to blow Killian's head off.
Could you imagine?
Blow
Edited
Killian's
this
head
movie where
off
they just
Invisible
shoot
Man
his head and the movie
style.
ends.
Invisible Man ass bomb style.
Here he is. Here he is. Here he is.
Are you talking
Here
about
he comes.
translucent? Oh my god.
Ow.
Yay!
The name translucent.
I'm like, well, you said Invisible Man the first time, and I was like, I don't remember the Invisible
Shout
Man,
out
like the
to
classic
shout out to
Universal
Super Troopers
monster.
3 for having the deep.
The deep is
What?
in Super
The Deep is in Super Troopers 3.
It hasn't come out yet, but
Fuck,
yeah,
now I have
he's
to
in it.
watch it. I love the
We've been
Deep.
watching The Boys, and it's really bad, you guys. It's really bad.
Unfortunately.
It's actually
fucking
worse
bad.
than watching this movie every week.
We can only watch it
this is, like,
2
I think my
episodes at a
third
time
time
before the
seeing-
heartburn gets too bad to sit through.
The gout. I think that's my second or third time watching season 1 of that show,
Mhm.
and that's about as far. I watched season 1, and then I watched the last 3
Yeah.
episodes, but I did not watch the last
I'd
episode.
only watched
I fell
the
asleep
last
before
3
you guys watched it.
episodes.
You really don't need to see the show.
It sucks. Don't watch it. Bang!
That show makes me want to throw up, but not because of it's gross, though it is.
No, it is. It is.
It pisses me off.
It's so bad. I get so angry. I become
The issue is they
physically ill.
sprinkle in just enough sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're out, and then they say we're the Spice Girls. You
They
guys,
pull you
we're
right
the
back
Spice
in.
Girls.
They pull me back in. They
Who,
put
if
Chase Crawford on the screen. I go, you know what? It's gonna be okay.
They have a dolphin fly out a window and get run over by a semi, and suddenly I'm back in the
Deep-
driver's seat.
what can't I see through?
Zinc Homelander.
Homelander?
Homelander.
And
Deep
Deep,
Blue
Let's stop
A-Train.
talking about
what's
the
the
boys.
box made out of?
Deep Blue A-Train.
Let's talk about the Spice Girl. Deep Blue A-Train.
Look, I love the way he moves with the.
Why do you have it in your
It's
pants?
because it's the safest place.
The safest
So
place.
true.
Nobody wants to touch his penis, so nobody will put their
Yeah,
hands
exactly.
there.
My whole life.
My whole life. My whole life.
My whole-
Why are
life.
the bottoms of his? It looks like they dip dyed his sideburns. The bottom of his sideburns are
Yeah.
like orange.
Again, do you
And
think
this is where the Oscar winner really
that
comes
was
through.
his decision to grow the sideburns?
Yes.
Yeah.
He read the script and he's
Yes.
like, Paul, I need to.
No, I think he had them and he didn't want to lose them.
Paul wanted him to cut them off, and he's like, no.
He said, "No, I'm not gonna change
No,
my hair
he
for
actually,
a role.
Paul
I wouldn't
saw,
do that."
Paul saw Killian come in with the sideburns, and he's like, that's Neil Lewis.
He actually wasn't auditioning. He was delivering a
Holy
pizza.
No, he had the sideburns for a really long time. He has them in the first Batman movie.
God.
Does he?
They're not as long though, yeah.
They're not that long.
They're like no, but they're
not
like the bottoms
obscenely long.
like I think they dye them so they're not like that one is just orange for some
Orange.
reason.
orange.
The way that he says Key Largo,
Kilago.
Kilago.
it's really
It's
good.
Largo.
I can't describe.
Oh, it's Grace's favorite song.
I am back around to really liking this song. By the way, I listen to it almost daily.
It's a good song.
I really I like this song so much. I went back and I listened to the album.
Yeah? Were there any other bangers from the album?
I don't remember because I
Wow.
listened to
Color
no,
me
because
surprised.
I didn't listen to like shut up. I didn't listen to the actual album. I listened to like the anniversary version that they re-recorded.
Oh.
So I want to go back and listen to like the real
Yeah.
album.
Well, just
I Will Just Man.
Do you think the dog's name is Otis, or is that the Opus?
The dog is Otis's Opus. No, I think the dog is definitely named Opus. No, Otis. And those are his opuses.
Those are his
Kings.
opuses.
These are my opuses.
My name is Otis. These
I
are
love that
my
shirt that Lucian has on.
opuses.
The Mean Machines.
That guy in the background is booking it.
Mm. And this is the run that started it all.
God. Can you
This is the
believe
run
they
that
let him form
got
a
his
university?
When you enroll, that's the very first thing they show you is that the very first run.
The
that-
very first run
I mean,
ever.
This is
I
no
like
one's ever run
how
before.
at the start of that scene you can see that his back is covered in dirt, meaning that was not the first take.
maybe that's just not the first inning, and he keeps doing this every inning.
Every inning
Well, that's what they want you
He
to
gets-
think. That's what big softball
he
wants
gets
you to
a
think.
triple and then cries on the ground for a little while. Say it with me, everyone.
What?
I'm taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath.
What?
What?
He climbs out of the bathtub like a monster.
Guys, we're almost done.
Oh my god.
Why are you like this? That's
Guys, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm not going for 45 minutes this podcast episode. We're banging out the segments and then I'm going to sleep. You guys can finish. You guys can finish yourself. I'm so tired.
I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to sleep. You can have One True Pair as the guest host.
I don't think
One True Pair would be a really boring guest
Yeah.
host.
Because it can't speak in like a register that humans can hear.
yeah, the microphones just don't pick him up.
I guess that would be a
I think
problem.
he might be psychic.
Yeah, it's like
Are we
it's not
psychic,
that
or
I'm
is One True
hearing
Pair
One True
psychic?
Pair's voice. It's that I'm understanding what One True Pair wants me to know.
Yeah.
It's like the vampires in the
One
Magnus
True Pair
archive.
keeps. Do you guys like? Does One True Pair ever talk to you guys when we're not podcasting?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure One True Pair keeps telling me to kill myself.
I don't believe that.
I don't think that's One True Pair, Grace. I think you need to up your Prozac.
And here's the thing. I don't know, man. What if I told you I lied in a vain attempt to get One True Pair off the
I
pod?
would believe it.
I would.
You've
believe
had it out for One
so
True Pair
much.
since the beginning.
I hate One True Pair. I'll say it.
One
I'm
True
brave.
Pair left its child on my ceiling, and I still don't hate One True Pair, Grace, because I have forgiveness and love in my heart, and you are an empty shell
My
full of
heart is
hate.
You are
full
a
of
bigot.
love.
You are a bigot. Confession time. Sometimes I turn off the movie as soon as the audio cuts out at the end of this scene.
That's crazy.
I mean, the movie is technically over.
It's technically over. They just get in the car and then they drive away.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll cut it if I'm having a particularly bad watching experience. I'll cut it when it cuts like to them driving, and I
No,
don't watch them driving.
I
But like
watched the entire thing every time.
I will say, but I do like the.
Why did he have clothes on his chair? He has another Bela Lugosi poster, by the way. This man is obsessed.
It's
And
his
is that the
favorite
TV
movie.
from the fucking store?
It is. Oh my god, he took his own TV from his house. His TV is a computer.
That's like smart. I don't blame him. I love this car.
It's
Does
It's
he
so
just
good.
very
take it
fun.
with him
Shade
every
of
time
green.
he goes to work?
He might just take it for his screenings.
But it was there.
Maybe he has
two. Yeah, maybe he liked it so much he bought a second one.
I don't believe that. Look how fucking low the cut on this fucking dress is.
It's really low.
I
You guys, she's falling out of this dress.
think it's cute though. I still think it's cute.
I agree, Killian.
Graceland. It's not often
Thumb and
I get to hear
Louise is
these words
awesome.
because I always watch the same version if we're not
You
watching
watch the
together.
version that cuts off early,
so
you
that I
can
have
leave
less
early.
movie to watch.
I'm and?
Yeah, exactly. I like consistency. Okay.
I'm the car. Wait, that's all. Can I be like your like Knight
Thumb
Rider,
and
Inspector
Louise.
Gadget, talking
Thumb
car?
and Louise.
Tag yourself. I'm Thumb.
Suicidal
I'm
Knight Rider
Louise.
is awesome. That's a, what.
Grace is the car.
Well, no, Knight Rider is the man.
Absolutely.
What is the car? Is it Kit?
Suicidal Knight Rider is crazy.
Kit from Knight Rider?
Suicidal Knight Rider trying to convince people to drive in him.
That's crazy. It's like oh my god, who is in Knight
Rider's
Rider?
the man. I don't know what. I don't know who
Yeah,
Knight
something
Rider
like
is.
that.
David Hasselhoff, right?
Grace, we're not 55 years old.
It's Kit, by the way.
No,
It is
I've
Kit.
never heard of
And
Knight
it is
Rider
David
in my
Hasselhoff.
life.
We did it, guys. I gotta cut the tapes. I gotta cut the
Look it up
tapes
real
so I
quick.
can.
Something like that,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
Oh, well, we're
cut the
tape.
tapes. Cut
Kit
the
is
tapes.
the name of the
Thanks
car,
for
yeah.
watching with us.
I'm
We
not
did
cutting
it,
the
guys.
tapes.
We'll
Cut
see
the
you in about
tapes.
20 minutes.
I'm
What,
not
you're
cutting
just
the
gonna-
tapes.
Until what? Until the credits are over?
Until we're done talking.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the pod episode 25.
I'm not gonna do an outro because I hate you.